Hello everybody, Friday night videos, Friday night blogs I should say. Welcome back. Okay, I want to go off last week's video about the law of attraction and manifesting from peace. I didn't take any notes for this one. This is just kind of coming off the top of my head, so I might be a little discombobulated for a little bit. I'm trying to get this out. Okay, so many times for the longest time after The Secret came out, right, and all the Esterham stuff came out, right, people were trying it, people were having meetings, and they were creating manifestations. They wanted to really make it happen. And for the longest time, there was a backlash. So I had a lot of clients coming to me to say, Matt, why isn't this working? I keep trying to work it, and it's not working. A couple things. First, I'll go with the obvious one. First, what you might be trying to manifest is not in accordance with what your spirit wants to manifest, right? And with I think I put it in my last blog. Oh, no, I put it on the Facebook post. We want to manifest more from a state of peace, because it's in peace. If we manifest from there, we come up with manifestations that help the entire world out, right? If you're manifesting from an extreme emotion, like excitement, like I want to drive that Ferrari down Pacific Coast Highway, right? Who else benefits other than yourself by driving that Ferrari? Maybe your loved one sitting next to you. And I'm not saying you can't have those manifestations. I'm saying it's good to have those manifestations, but don't make that the focus, right? So whenever we create out of excess, extreme emotions, like something out of excitement, or maybe even something out of fear, many times it's more self-based versus universally based, right? So we want to come back to more sense of balance and peace. And I can't remember if I shared it I did share it in the last video, right? So how do you know? So if you get excited, don't make a decision, don't act off of yet. I'm excited at the thought of that driving that Ferrari down Pacific Coast Highway. You feel it completely. Let that move out, the excitement, come back to middle ground, and ask yourself, do you still want that Ferrari? If part of you goes, actually would be nice, I'd actually like it, right? Then cool, then think about it. But think about it more from a state of peace where you're going to have less resistance to it. Or you might come down from that excitement, go, well, yeah, I don't really want a Ferrari. Maybe a BMW works just fine for me. Actually, it's more comfortable. It's quieter, right? It's just a smoother ride, whatever it may be. So that's the obvious thing. Why sometimes you can't manifest some of your things. It's coming from an excess emotion, and excess emotions are only meant to come in and move through. We're not meant to stay inside of them because they pull us out of homeostasis. I've talked about that before, so I won't go deeper into that. Okay, and so the other thing is, when you pick up that law of attraction book, when you start listening to everything, there's a missing step that I think a lot of them are not talking about, because they talk about you've got to be in the vibration of what you want to manifest. First of all, remember, it might not be in accordance with your spiritual needs, right? Hopefully I made that clear. And secondly, for a few moments, consciously, right, you're focusing on that manifestation. Maybe you can hold on to that thought for maybe an hour. Let's say you hold on to that thought for maybe an hour. But understand something. Your subconscious mind, actually, let me not even go there yet. You have about 60,000 thoughts. It's been said, about 60,000 thoughts in one particular day. 60,000 thoughts. And it's happened so quickly. Most of the thoughts, you don't even know what it's about. You can know at any moment in time what it's about by checking with the body. If your body is completely at ease and relaxed, like you're on vacation somewhere, drinking a martini on the islands of Bora Bora, and that's what it feels like, there's not a care in the entire world, then chances are you've probably got some inline thoughts in alignment with your spirit. If every once in a while you might check in with your body and doesn't feel anything compared to that, or not even like that in any way, chances are that tension, which you probably don't even know you actually have, but it feels completely different than lying down on a beach in Bora Bora, is creating some kind of thought that is not in accordance with who you are. Right? So you've got to keep listening to the body. Okay, I digress. So when you're trying to hold that thing for an hour, you're trying to hold your thought for like an hour. Now, and an hour, that's a long time. And in all honesty, people can probably only think about holding a manifestation thought for like maybe 10 minutes on average, right? Maybe it might be days you could hold it longer, maybe not. But some people just a minute or 2 minutes, right? That's because it's the conscious mind doing it. The conscious mind is the rational thinking mind. It's a short-term mind. It's here to get us through things short-term, right? God, so much to talk about this, but I want to make this shorter than longer. Okay, so let's say you hold on to it for an hour. Compare that hour's focus and the amount of thought that you're focusing on that particular manifestation to the 60,000 thoughts that you're holding or thinking that you don't even know that you're thinking in one day. If most of those thoughts, and they're usually useless and negative, are happening most of the day, and you have 1 hour where you're focusing on that conscious manifestation of it, that 1 hour is like a drop in the bucket of what's really going on inside of you, inside of your 60,000 thoughts. Realize our feelings, our emotions create thoughts so quickly that we don't even know what's happening, right? We might not even catch it until it blows up, and next thing you know, you're either panicked, you're either angry, you're either pissed off, anxious, nervous, whatever it is, right? It blows up, and then all of a sudden you catch the emotion. Many times we're not even noticing the emotions. We're so focused on our thought. We don't even notice the emotions. More so, we don't even notice the sensations happening inside our body. Remember, whenever you're not completely relaxed and at peace, centered, and balanced, and your body holds a tiny bit of tension, even the slightest bit, that little shoulder, right? And you might not even, a lot of people, when I first work with clients, their shoulders like this, they don't even know it's normal. By the time we finish, they're like this, right? If you're holding a little tiny bit of tension, if you're doing this with your eyes, you're probably thinking about something that's worrying you or making you nervous or something. But it's learning how to catch every body sensation. The more you can move back into a state of homeostasis, the more naturally your thoughts will line up with your spirit, the easier your manifestations will be. But remember, if you're sitting here trying to consciously hold on to excitement, right, for a whole hour, it's still got to battle your 60,000 thoughts that you have in one day to keep negating each other, right? You could possibly do it, but you would have to really, it'd be tough. Even if you did practice doing 8 hours of meditation on your manifestation, and sometimes it may get in, but understand again, we can create from excitement, we can create from fear, as I talked about in my last video, but it's going to wear you out, okay? Because it pulls you out of homeostasis. It's not meant to be indefinitely held on to, and all of a sudden you're trying to create constant moments of excitement, right? That's going to wear the body out. We'd rather have constant moments of peace and balance that you can sustain. Another topic for another time. Okay, so all that 1 hour's time, and remember, 1 hour of trying to manifest your stuff in a moment of an hour of excitement, most people can't do that, and most people will do only 10 minutes of it, right? So you do 10 minutes of excited manifestation. Yes, I got it. The rest of the day, you got 60,000 thoughts of useless and negative, right? So they're canceling each other out. I did have more to say about this. I hope I got the point across, right? We want to, okay, so all the negative feelings are creating all these useless and negative thoughts that you're not even aware of. It's just spinning around before you ever catch it. The only time you ever catch it is when it actually blows up, right? But by the time it blows up, it's too late. You've already had 150,000 thoughts of negative, right? So that's why, again, if you're consciously, analytically just trying to feel excitement, you can, because conscious mind does things short term, but you can't sustain it. So when you're trying to consciously manifest from excitement, it's a lot more difficult. I'm not saying you can't do it. You can't do it. It's just going to wear you out. But if you can feel the excitement, Allow it to come up. Don't hold on to it. Let it make its way out. Come back to centered peace and then focus on your manifestation. It's a lot easier to hold it from a state of balance. And also remember, in a state of balance, you'll actually be able to listen to the true spiritual manifestations that your spirit or your authentic self, for those of you who don't like the spiritual stuff, your authentic self will come up to the surface to manifest what you truly want for your life, not just because somebody else thinks it's neat. Right? I think that's it. But I'll write more. I'll write more about it. It'll be actually a chapter in my book. So look out for the book. It's coming out, and more videos in the store, the Perfect Affirmation store. Which by the way, when the book comes out, everything will be official. The name will completely change. Probably before then. The Perfect Affirmation is now going to change too, because let me actually just share this. When everybody tries to share the Perfect Affirmation, from what I've learned, it's like people say affirmations and they go, oh, affirmations again. No, geez. But those of you who actually have the Perfect Affirmation program knows it goes a lot deeper than just affirmations, right? And it uses affirmations in a completely different way, right? So completely different. But it's going to get a new name. Do I want to share that name now? Not yet. I think I'll wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. But anyway, realize it's getting a new name so that when you share it with your friends and your family, you don't have to say the Perfect Affirmation and they turn a blind eye to it. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. It'll be a more curious name that I think will pull them in. And it's more actually representative of what's actually in the system, right? In the program. So keep an eye out for it. My book should be coming out hopefully before November 22nd. And I think it's going to be quite a lot of help for people. Okay, live spiritually, my friends, but with practicality.